Good morning, crafty friends. How you guys doing? I see Thelma and Mary R. Sharma, Irene. Good to see you guys. Very nice to see you this morning. I know we'll have more joining us shortly. My little counter hasn't come up yet to tell me how many people are out there that have not signed on, but I'm sure we have a few extras. So I'm back, and I'm feeling pretty good. Tired this morning, last night for some reason, so tired, but I feel good otherwise, and that's a good thing. So we're gonna just jump right in today because I spent the time to do some die cutting last night, but I didn't um, put any samples together, so we need to run through and get a few samples together on this kit. So here we go. Okay, we are going to be using a new kit from Find It Trading. I'll go through here and let you know what is and is not in the kit. But let me show you what is. Okay, we've heard you loud and clear that when we put the card bases and the Mary and all those supplies in, that it runs the cost to the kit too high, and most of you have those. So, yes, it's definitely colorful, isn't it? This kit is built around the Winter Garden kit from Find It Trading, and we'll get lots of opportunities to see what's in here. But here's the book, similar to a lot of the ones that we've used from Find It Trading, but we're going to make very good use of that. This is a spectacular die, really, really, really good. It's also from the Winter Garden. It's called the Snowflake Frame. Oh, by the way, we're doing a Christmas in July because July's half over and I'm just back to get it started. So we're going to do Christmas in July today. So we got this one. Thank you, Mary R. Yeah. Hi, Sharma. Thank you, Sharma. um, so we're going to use this frame. This is a cool frame. You get the outside frame, which fits perfectly to a 6x6 card or larger. You've got this inside frame, which helps us cut out this next box here. If you don't use this outside frame, it becomes an aperture, which is fine. It's beautiful. But and then we have this ornament on the inside. This is a great set. And I need to tell you, oh, hi, Adeline. Excuse me. I ran this through the die cutting machine during class last night many times, and I didn't have to run it twice any of the times. When I run it forward, and I run my machine backward. So that technically, I guess, is 2 times, but I didn't have to rerun it at all. Everything just pops right out. These are good dies from Find It Trading. I give you a sheet of 5x5 foam squares because you also get 4 sheets of these animal punch outs. Yes, if I'm back and it's winter, it had to be animals, didn't it? It really did. So we got the owl sheet. Let's see. This is SB 10700, SB 10697. We got birds, flowers, and bunnies. We'll get a better look at all these because I've already punched most of them and put them together. And we get the snowman, and we got the Arctic fox, and we get the white roses. And we get squirrels and pheasants and some kind of little bird with pots. So 4 sheets of punch outs. Each sheet makes 3, so in the kit you have enough to make 12 cards. What I did not include was tape or glue. I did not include the cards and envelopes. You can use the cards and envelopes you have at home. If you don't have a 6x6, it's an easy make by taking one of your 12x12s and cutting it in half. So I just figured that we'd stand with that with that process we've kind of been doing lately, where I'm not putting all the extras. I also did not include Mary, and I did not include adhesives, my glue, my tape, or my sticky specs. So that's what's in it and what's not in it. I think I believe it's very reasonably priced. Can you look this one up? It's called Winter Garden, and it would have been one of the last listings, and so probably find it easiest in July. That's what Mary R does. Be at the end. They'll go. Oh no, it's right there. Huh. I thought it was going to come in less than that. This is $29.95, and just because I love you, we're going to take this down to. I'm going to put this on sale as soon as we get out of class. I'm going to put it on sale for $26.95. Take an extra 10% off. So don't let me forget to do that, honey. $26.95 as soon as we get out of class. So enough for 12 cards, $26.95. Oh, look at Mary R's already got it. We're going to go on sale for $26.95, Mary. And that'll happen right after class. We need to make sure this gets back into the What's New Wednesday. So this is just for you. I'm going to put it on sale for now for $26.95. And when it goes up on What's New Wednesday, it will be $29.95 when you see it again on What's New Wednesday. Okay? All right, let's get going. Fun stuff ahead. I'm going to put together just one punch out. I did most of them last night because, actually I did most of them on Wednesday in class because I didn't want to sit and put these together in front of you. You all know how to do that. We're going to take this sheet from Find It Trading. Now these are not heavyweight sheets like we get in Hunky Dory. Hunky Dory's kind of spoiled a lot of us, and I get comments sometimes saying, well, how come these aren't as heavy? That's terrible. No, it's not terrible because these guys have been around for many more years than Hunky Dory has. These 3D punch outs. This was the original standard. It's just that Hunky Dory upped the standard and everybody else kept doing what they were doing. So they're perfectly great though. They go through the mail well and they're perfectly great. We don't need a lot of extra weight with these, although I appreciate what you're saying. I too love the yes yes, the regular price, or the price per, when you look at it per item, is $34.50, going to $26.95 just for you guys who are watching. Hey Glenn, it's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see all of you guys. It is hard for me when I'm not here. I'm thinking about you guys, wondering how everybody's doing. Irene, I hope everything's going well in your treatments. Glenn, I'm guessing by now you may be done with your treatments, huh? So I'm done with the surgery, so I guess technically the cancer should be gone. And we start radiation. We have what is it called? A mapping appointment next week. Week after. And then we start radiation, I think, right after the 1st of August, don't we?
2 weeks after the mapping.
2 weeks after mapping. Thank you, honey. What would I do without Bryce to keep me straight? I'd be in deep trouble, guys. Deep and serious trouble. Working from the biggest image to the smallest image. I'm just putting a few foam squares on the back of here to keep all the little pieces standing up. And it just gives added dimension to our piece. Waiting for your second surgery on the 29th. Okay. Bless your heart, Irene. I'm sorry you've had to deal with all this. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. But oh, Catherine. Oh, there's Catherine. There's Catherine. Hello, Catherine. Good to see you, friend. Catherine is from France, but currently residing in Scotland. For those of you who don't know that. We've got a few people out there watching that aren't signed in. If you want to sign in, you're absolutely welcome. You don't have to. If it's more comfortable just to hang out and watch, that's all right too. We love our crafty friends, so if you come in, we could say hi to you. A very friendly group here. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I am feeling good. I'm feeling stronger and getting around pretty well. The biggest complaint has nothing to do with the cancer. It's my silly knee. I'm going to see if I can go in and start some gel injections in my knee so I can get around easier. Okay, here we go. Just that fast. We've put together this 3D. Come in a little closer, honey, please. I want you to see the dimension we get by putting those little foam squares between. This is what it looks like from the side. It stands about, I'd say maybe 1/3 of an inch. However, this is still absolutely mailable because these all squish down. When you put it in the envelope, this will squish down. And when you take it out of the envelope, this will pop right back up. So it's a good one. Oh, Irene, I'm so glad you asked about the kitties. I was going to bring one of the cats out here. Bryce thought that was kind of crazy because the truth is they are perfectly, little pun there. They're perfectly lovable on their terms, but they don't want to be held. They don't want us to pick them up. They want to come to us when they want to come to us, and then they'll love all over us. But if we pick them up, they're struggling constantly to get down. Ornery little critters. Oh, I didn't know I was getting. Oh, I guess I get a mix of cards. That's cool. Okay. I'm going to start out here by grabbing a 6x6 card. This one happens to be a decal edge card. I could also do this by taking one of my cards and using that decal edge cutter on it. Let's see what we want to use with our owl. Let's see what looks good with our owl. And this has kind of a golden tone in the back. We might use gold instead of silver on our frames. That would look good, I think. The blue would be, or the dark would be a real contrast. It actually kind of looks like it's getting light or getting dark. I'm not sure which. So that might be a good choice. I want to make sure I don't have a page here that has owls on it, because then I'd be disappointed. I would have used my owls for something else. Now, these are mostly just patterned papers this time. I think we're going to get a really good contrast using this one. So I'm going to go straight to the first page in the book. You can pull back out a little bit now if you want to. It's funny that they're numbering the pages in these now. They're making the paper just a little bit wider, probably for people who are doing classes, making the paper just a little bit wider and numbering the pages at the bottom. See that? So I'm going to use page number 2. We're a class. We're not all working on it together because I didn't. Brittany just put the kits together. But we are working toward a common goal. I recommend this kit. It's going to be great fun. Glenn, oh yeah. Yes, $26.95. All right, this page is especially because my card is decal edged. I want to show that edge, and my paper needs to be trimmed down just a tad to be able to show that. I'm going to take
Gold Mary under that.
No, I'm going to put Gold Mary on top of that. Thank you for asking. Okay, I'm going to take this down to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, just to really let that decal edge show. And that'll be pretty, especially in a snowy scene like this. It's funny to be working on snow, and it's going to be, 90 or some crazy thing around here this week. Yeah. This week's going to be in the 90s. Okay, I decided I wanted gold. Here's one of the frames I made last night. Oh, you're going to love these. I'm going to actually put the sticky specs on it, stick it down so you can see it. Because they kind of curled overnight. Don't know why, but they did. Probably just when I was pulling them off the die. I don't know. Doesn't usually do that, but that's okay. I'm using my sticky specs on these. This is just such a good tool for something that doesn't have a lot of solid area to glue to. Now I'm also using the sticky specs or the sticky portfolio from We Are Memory Keepers. However, I want you to know that the sticky specs in that brand are not something I recommend, believe it or not. I would look forward with great anticipation to these coming in because they were made a little differently and the specs are all done in color. And I thought, that's just going to be a perfect solution. Good job, guys. And then when they came in, the specs really weren't very sticky. So I have put my sticky specs that I have always had into the portfolio. I like the portfolio. It keeps everything nice and it's easy to spot when I'm doing. Whoops. No, I don't want that. It's easy to spot when I'm doing my crafting. Let's see if I can pull it back up now. The lesson sticky specs are repositionable. Okay, there we go. Let's see if it'll stick now. I might have to put it back in again. But I use my regular sticky specs inside the portfolio because I like the portfolio and keeping everything together. I like the little tool that comes with it to mush everything down. Just see this frame. I have to put something up there because I just snagged that paper a little bit. But look how beautiful this frame is. Isn't that pretty? And it's so easy to do. Okay.
Great basket.
Okay. I'm going to put my owl in. Then I think we're going to need to, I'm not going to do a whole lot to this one, but because I snagged the paper right there, I'm going to put a snowflake up there. These little snowflakes that I'm using pop right out of the frame. If you watch when you're die cutting, there's 4 of these little snowflakes in this frame in the stuff that's coming out of your die cutter. You'll notice my language is just kind of a little off, a little weird here because after all these surgeries and chemo and stuff, I drop words a lot and I get lost. So if I am dropping words or fumbling for a word, please feel free to suggest. I love it when you do that. The other day I was trying to think of something on the stream. Peridot. I was trying to think of the word peridot and just could not come up with it. Oh, it was terrible. And a couple of you rescued me, so thank you for that. Of all the things I've had and lost in life, I missed my mind the most. Okay. It's got a little glue around it, but you'll forgive me that. I'm going to set this off center just a little bit, just for fun and interest. Put that snowflake right there. Set that off center just a little bit. Put a couple more snowflakes so it doesn't look funny that I have one. We just have the best people in this group. Just the best. The bestest. a little a put a little bird on it person, not a little birdie told me, but a put a little bird on it person told me that you guys aren't calling me because nobody wants to disturb me. Well, feel free to disturb because I am back and I love hearing from you. So if you have a question, Thelma, or if there's anything I can do to help you guys, give me a call. I'm back. I call afternoons. I still have weird sleeping hours. But I'm happy to help you. What did I just do with all those foam squares? I moved them over there. You'll be glad if you ever find your mind. Thank you, Catherine. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, isn't it? You know, I turned 65 and my body just tried to fall apart on me, but we're getting replacement parts and it's going to be fine. Made in 1959, most original parts. I think we can say it runs. It doesn't run, but it, Bryce has looked at me like, no, you can't. No, I don't. I never run, but yeah, I am operational. How's that? Is that a better word? Okay, you know, I almost think we could have used another piece behind the owl, but let's go with that. I do like that. Let's put it on our card, though, huh? Let's put it on our card just for fun. What's that? When I lifted it up, we're missing something. What am I missing? The card. This would be a great place. Would you get out the, since you don't have the dog yet, get out the Merry Christmas gold and silver stickers out of the sticker file, please? I think that it needs that too.
Yeah, except they're very.
That I didn't do. I haven't been out here to do that.
Who bought it?
What?
I said, who bought those stuff?
Some of it I didn't buy. Some of it was a gift. Yeah, I'm with you, Irene. I'm with you. In fact, I told Bryce I have to come up with a new weight loss method because this cutting off body parts, it's for the birds. Thank you. My little folder of stickers here. This is just Christmas, guys. Yeah, I'm well stocked. Yeah, let's see. Happy birthday. It's not supposed to be in here, but it is. Christmas words. Let's go to Christmas words. What little words? Like this. Merry Christmas. That'll do. And actually, I may decide I want some of those straight line stickers, so I'll take that out. And we have some fancier script ones. I like the big stickers when I have space to fill, but I also very much enjoy having these little sheets available. Weight doesn't change. You are right, Irene. You are right. I know they took off probably 8 pounds off of me, but it doesn't show in the scale, so I don't know what's up with that. I am with you there. Weight didn't change at all. And I was working on losing weight, and I haven't given up on that goal because that's what I need for my knee surgery. In order to be able to have that, I have to get down to a 40 BMI. There we go. Oh, I like that now. Look at that, what those words did for that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty little card, and we finished it that fast. So, yeah, I was losing that weight. And then when I started chemo, they told me I was going to gain weight. I said, how can you gain weight? From what I understand, you can't really hardly eat anything when you're in chemo. What's that all about, that you gain weight? And they said, we don't know why, but people do. They gain weight. So don't get mad at yourself or beat yourself up over that when that happens. It's just going to happen. I said, Triers, that's not a lot of fun. And then I want to show you the pieces we got from this frame, because I'm going to set them out here so I know my choices. Here is my smaller frame, which could be really fun and interesting and something. And you've seen the snowflakes, and then look at, here's the ornament, which we're going to use for something special. Get a big frame out here. But those are the three original ones, but you also have some cutoffs that are interesting. This comes out, and I actually thought that might be useful for something, so I didn't throw it away. I thought that might be an interesting addition behind one of our pieces. So let's decide what we're going to use. I think we'll go with I think these are called Christmas roses, but tell me if you guys have a different name for this flower. I remember thinking the Christmas rose didn't really look much like a rose. I think we're going to do this one on a smaller card. Why not? Just for fun. We're going to use an European A6. So I gained 20 pounds with chemotherapy. And then when I was in the hospital in January with all that colon stuff, I lost 30 pounds there. And because between the chemo and the antibiotics at the hospital, I couldn't taste anything. It was just gross. I couldn't taste anything. So then I've lost my book. Where's my book? When I got my sense of taste back, I gained back 10. So if you take a look at that, I was up 20, down 30, and up 10. So I think I'm not doing too bad overall. All things considered, it's not bad. That could be an interesting combination. Well, you look like on there. Actually, kind of interesting. I do like that. Kind of a spotted blue background. Let me just fade into that, though. Oh, but there's white spots on blue. Okay, I want that one. All right. So, my weight loss journey will continue. I told Bryce I've got to get my act together and start watching it again, or I'm going to be going up way too much. And I don't want to lose the progress I've made. But I also, as I continue to deal with some of these things, also don't want to be too hard on myself. So I'll be working on it, but I might be working on it a little slowly at first. Okay, this card is 4 1/8 inches wide by 5 7/8 inches long. So I'm going to cut my paper this time to be 3 7/8 wide by 5 5/8 inches long to allow me to show my white border on my card. The basket's kind of in the way, isn't it? I'll move that out of the way so we can see better. A Christmas rose. Ah, Very good, Sharma. Thank you. So I was calling it an appropriate name. I wasn't certain I was. Oh, this would have been pretty with that too. Because look at that flower on there. Might have to change my design after I've cut it out. Look at the flower on there. That could be pretty with that, huh? I'm actually not sure how much we'll see. That is pretty with that, though. Maybe we'll go with this side. I've got to hold it up to the other side. I don't know, guys. They're both pretty. Let's see. Here's one side. Here's the dots. Okay. It's a vote. It's vote time. Here's dots. And here is the flower pattern. Flower pattern's beautiful. But which one goes better with our topper? We'll use silver this time, I think, for our Mary board. Oh, I think you might be right, Catherine. That actually sounds familiar. So I need to know, flowers or dots, guys? Here's the dot side. Flowers or dots? Thelma says dots. We got one vote. Track our votes, honey. I decide what I'm going to do here. I'm not going to use the big frame because I'm using a different size card. So I'm going to take my little ornament right out of the middle and I'm going to cut it into pieces. Irene's good either way. So I got an either, a dots. Come on, need some votes, guys. I can put this together. I like them both too, Irene. Oh, good. Okay. So what's it going to be? Dot. Mary says dots. Thelma's kitty says dots. Catherine says she just loves the owls. So I think we're going with the dots. 2 votes and Gemma and Teddy say dots too. Okay, well, dots it is. I can't wait till you guys see our Lacey and Gracie. Teddy and Lacey and Gracie are doing much better. At first, Teddy was having a hard time not playing too rough, R-U-F-F. Not playing too rough with the babies. But the babies are getting bigger. And Teddy is learning a little bit. I think they may teach Teddy some all-out lessons before it's all over with because these kitties can be up to 15 pounds. A female Siberian can be up to 15 pounds. And Teddy is 12 pounds. So I think Mr. Ted better watch his P's and Q's because these kitties could get bigger than him. I'm going to put these, cut this ornament in 4 pieces and put them in the corners. I like that. I like the way that looks. Tell Debbie the comment winners. Oh, okay.
I think she wants me to announce it.
Oh, okay. Mary R says that the comment winners, when we comment on the class after we sign off, Mary's going to resume the comment winners in starting when? Starting, I have the comment winners will resume next month. Okay, so with August. That will be back in August. It's good to get into the habit of leaving a comment just because I love to read them and because I try to answer them when you leave a comment. But I didn't answer for Margie. I thought if Margie wants to answer, she can. So let's see, what's Catherine serious about? Might rival Fred and Ginger. What are we rivaling Fred and Ginger on? Just love owls. What are we rivaling Fred and Ginger on, Catherine? I presume we mean Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. See, things like that, they come to me. The word I'm looking for out of today's language, those are the things I lose. Gracie Allen, George Burns of our Goodnight Gracie fame. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. These are names I know. But darned if I can figure out what I want to say sometimes. I don't know. While you're on your phone, honey, you want to look up Hellebro and see if it's the same as that Christmas rose? Helibore. Hellebore. I do think it's called Christmas rose, though, just because I've. Thank you, Catherine. I'm actually feeling really good. All things considered.
Was it kind of like that?
I think it is a Hellebro because Bryce just looked up at here. And oh, did you get rid of it?
No. But there are many, many varieties.
There are many varieties and many colors, but this is what came up when he looked up.
That's just one picture of many.
The Hellebore, however we say that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to say it's Hellebore. I'm not sure that's it. That looks a lot like this flower we're using. So we'll call it that. Why not? Actually, I think I'll call it a Christmas rose. But thank you for the suggestions on what it's called. I'm twisting my card this way and that. I just realized I better pay attention to where my fold line is. Look at those. That's the ornament out of the center of our die set, cut in 4 pieces. Yes, the foam squares are included in the kit. Yes, they are. You never have too many 5x5 foam squares, and they don't cost much. So I asked Brittany to pop those in there. Oh, I like that together. This is going to be pretty. I think I need a new sheet. My sheet's not overly sticky. When you have sticky specs, you really kind of want your sheet to be sticky. Just a little something I've learned. Now let's put this on here. Flowers. That's a good idea, Catherine. Let's just call them flowers. You're my kind of woman. This sheet may be pretty well used too. We use these in class, so I never know which class or which sheet has been well used and not until I try and take specs off it. Oh. Yeah, it feels good to be back. I thought about starting that pond kit, Pondering Dreams, or whatever the heck it's called. It's beautiful. Oh, and I also want to do the front porch. And Margie looked at me and said, kind of, she didn't quite say this, but are you crazy for your first kit back? You shouldn't be doing that. You need something that's a little less involved. And I said, okay. Indiana's where Irene's from. I was asking the other day. I thought she was in Kansas, but Indiana. There we go. Oh, that's a nice sticky one. That's the one we'll be using. Okay, now if I can position this as some rate of accuracy on this card. Look at that. Look how pretty that background is. Isn't that going to be nice? Let's set this Christmas rose in there and give this some kind of sentiment. Ooh, it's going to be pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, foam squares again. We don't really have to put foam squares under them this time. It's just fun. So I'm doing it. Did you guys ever notice that foam square, the little tabbies off foam squares follow you like glitter? We find them all over our house. Nothing was cuter, though, than the time that Amy, my schnauzer that I used to have, and I were out here working in the shop, and I spilled glitter. I was trying to fill up glitter vials. I had a big old 5-pound bag, and I was filling up glitter vials for those extra fancy ultra fine glitter vials. I was filling those up, and I didn't realize that there was a hole in my bag. When I was filling up the vials, it was pouring down the front of me and my chair and on the floor at the same time. And by the time I tried to clean it up, but even after trying to clean it up, that much glitter, it was terrible. Anyway, when we went back in the house, my footprints were there, were on the deck and trailing into the house, and so were Amy's little footprints trailing into the house. It was so, that part was so cute. I'm glad I had something to think was funny. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to stick that one right in the middle. I thought about offsetting it, but I'm going to stick it right in the middle because it makes these two sides look like my corners. That's fun. I like that. Now we need silver sentiments, and everything I got out was gold. That wasn't smart. Let's get some silver out here. Back to my words section. Let's see if we've got something that's silver. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Except that all it has on it now is trees. I've taken all the Merry Christmas off of there. So let's keep looking. It's a black one. Where's all my silver Merry Christmas? I could put a bigger sticker on this one if I find the right sheet. I have a Merry Christmas there. Big one. I have Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas there. Another pretty good size one. I did notice that we just got in from Hunky Dory I believe we have individual sheets from Starform, but the packs of what do you call it? They called it transfer foil, where we can use the foil to lift a word and move it. There we go. I knew I must have some little ones in there somewhere. All these choices, there had to be something I could use. I think I like Happy Holidays for this card. I think that's what we'll use. Yeah, isn't that neat? I love it when you get a die that has all these pieces that you can use in different ways. I think that's a lot of fun. can see when I go to put this on there, I'm closer to the bottom than I am to the top. So I'm going to move my word up a little and give me a margin at the bottom. Happy holidays. Is my happy straight? I think it's pretty straight. Just be playing with my eyes because of the foils and the dots. I like that. That's 2. All right. Right, let's find another one. We got a basket full. How about bunnies? Bunnies are always cute. Do bunnies want gold or silver? Let's look. Bunnies want gold or silver? Silver. Bunnies want gold. So let's get another card blank out here. Let's see what else we have in this. Oops, that's 8 fold. That's not what I want. Not yet, anyway. Here is. This one's kind of an ivory. I prefer white for Christmas scenes, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's not a big problem to just make it gold. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make the background gold, and we'll cut our paper down a little bit, and then we'll have whatever we have going on inside. We miss you, Roberta. Doggone it. You need to send somebody an update. Send either me or Roberta an update, and we'll share with the group and how you're doing. Mary. What did I say? Oh, I said with Roberta. Well, that's not what I meant. Listen to what I mean, not what I say. Send Thelma or Mary or me an update, and we'll share how things are going, okay? We miss you. You're one of our clan, one of our people. Reminds me of another story. So my daughter Jordan is very sweet, and she is one of the things that I love about Jordan is that her friends, she has a small group of friends, but she's had the same group of friends forever and forever and forever. And she is an extremely loyal friend. Oh, Thelma, do you have an update for us? Anything you can share? While Thelma's typing, I'll tell you my story. So Jordan is an extremely loyal friend. I mean, just you just don't mess with her friends. And there we go. Sharma just came up with our whole definition for Christmas rose and hellebore. So be sure you look at that in the comments. There you go. Good job, Sharma. We can always count on you, friend. Anyway, I had to tell you, doing better, but still a very private person. I get it. So she doesn't really probably want us to talk about her medical circumstances too much, but she is doing, if she's doing better, that's actually all she needs to say. We love her. Okay. Yeah, Mary, if you're watching, give us an update and tell me what I can share, because I would be happy to do that and let your friends know how things are going, but I only want to share what you are comfortable with having shared. So, me, I'm out there. It comes into my mind, it comes out my mouth with my own circumstances, but I won't do that to you guys. Oh, I like that. I like this one. So anyway, I was starting to tell you about Jordan. So Jordan has a group of friends who are gamers, and Jordan has become very active in gaming. And she knows all the lingo and goes to all the events and stays up to date on all the updates on all their favorite software. And, you know, she is to gaming like we are to crafts. We She loves it and knows all about it. Cutting this to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Maybe give it just a little bit extra. And just a little bit over 3/4, or a little bit under 3/4. Just taking a little bit extra off. So you guys know Margie well, and Margie's husband is just a heck of a nice guy. And so we mention James now and again, and I know we mention James now and again to the kids. And he was here one night. Margie and I were out in the classroom working on something, and James was here one night, and he went in and visited with Jordan and Bryce while Margie and I were tied up outside. And they started talking about games, and James is a very active gamer. And she showed him her 3-day headset. He put that on and was playing games with that. And they were chatting about all the latest updates and all the latest games. And they just had a heck of a time. Bryce just kind of stood by and listened, I think, most of the time while they were at it. And when they left, Jordan said, "Mom, I've heard you talk about James over the years." She said, "I know that Margie's like one of your best friends, but I didn't know much about James. I've heard you talk about him, and you said he was nice, but you didn't tell me he's one of my people." He's one of my people. So I thought that was kind of funny. He's one of my people, Mom. She was so excited. What would happen if we cut the corners off of this and put this entire thing in here? I would take the corners off because they just get bent up anyway. But I think that could look really cool. Let's try that. I'm going to cut the corners off. And then I think we can use those corners for something else. There's a wider spot here, and I'm just cutting through the wider spot. See if this is going to be somewhere near what I need it to be before I keep cutting. Yeah, I think it's going to work just fine. Good night, Catherine. Nice of you to stop in and see us, friend. And I heard that if you go back up there, Thelma or somebody was telling us about her moving, about the fact that Roberta is settling into her new place. Honey, scroll back up the screen a bit, please. There we go. That worked. Okay. Still trying to get settled into her new place, moving and packing and unpacking is such a hard job. Kid you not, Mary R. So Mary R's obviously heard from her too. Excellent. Thank you for the updates, guys. We just need to know our people are okay, doing all right. So I cut those corners off, but I'm not going to dispense with those. They're perfect for another card. So we're going to put those over here. And I'm going to put our frame down. Yeah, there is a new address. I don't have it yet, though. But if one of you guys wants to forward it to me, seems backwards, but maybe not. One of you guys wants to forward Roberta's address, I'll update it on the Christmas card list, or send it out to you if you're trying to send a card to Roberta. And if not, Roberta, if you're watching, just send me your address, hon, if you want me to be able to share it so your friends can send you cards. Okay? We love you, friend. Oh, look at that one. I thought I had that all weeded out. Look how much was still in it. One thing about sticky specks, they'll pull out any of the other residue. Not necessarily what you want, but it works. So James is one of Jordan's people. I told him that when I saw him. He and Margie came over for dinner a while back on Margie's birthday, and we were chatting, and I told him that he had been graced by Jordan telling him he was one of her people. He's one of my people. Let's put a few foam squares on here. I love the way you guys take care of each other and take care of our people who are ill. I still have cards to go through with you, don't I? I'll make a note. I don't know what our time is. 11:56. We got tons of time. We've made 4 cards in an hour. Of course, I have to say that's allowing for the fact that I already put all the die cuts together and I did all of the I did all of the die cutting ahead. So that has to count. Hi, Karen. Good to see you, friend. All right. Working on the Winter Garden 3D set today. It's from Find It Trading. I love that company. Ooh, I wonder, as I took these off, what it would look like. I put these on here. It might be too much. I think that's too much. Yeah, it's too much if I put those on this one. I'll just save these for another card. Okay. I do think we want a couple little snowflakes, though. Now, let's see how many I have left. I don't get an awful lot of them. It cuts 4 out of the frame, and it, whoops, that's silver. And it cuts, I think, 1 out of the center. These are all silver. There's no rule that says I have to have the snowflakes be the same color, but I kind of like to. Oh, I might use the silver because that could be what I have. If I do, oh, here I see some more. I see some more in her basket. I thought there were a few of them. I see 4. I see 4. Yes. I see 5 snowflakes. And I also have in my basket some of these little rhinestones that might be fun. Thank you, Thelma. Okay. I like that. Maybe I just want 1. I don't know. Maybe 1, maybe a couple. Put this on with some glue. I like that up in the corner. Let's add a little rhinestone to the center of that, just for fun. Just for fun. I'll put that in there. Now I feel like I want one on this side. I think this one's done. Sometimes my hardest challenge in card making is stopping when it needs to be stopped, when you need to be done. Because if you're enjoying putting it together, you want to do all kinds of fun things with it. But I do love that. Oh, maybe we should put a greeting on it, though. We should probably put a Merry Christmas on it. You don't have to, though, because this could be like a wintertime birthday, too. I think I won't. I think I won't put a greeting on this one, because this could be happy birthday. Isn't that pretty? Look at that, guys. Look at all the fun we're having. It was baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet, I think, Mary. One of those details that wanders around in my head. It's scary, really. That's our. Oh, I said we had 4 cards done in an hour. We had 3 cards done in an hour. Let's see what else we can make here. Whoops. Let's get another 1 or 2 done, and then maybe we'll look at some card samples of the samples you guys have sent me. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. If we can get something that's got a little different colors to it. This has a little different color to it. I have a lot of brown in these, so the gold really looks good, but so do some of the others. Okay, what's this called? I know this is paper whites. What is this called?
Is that a lily of the valley?
I don't think so. These are the ones that come up in the middle of winter. Let's do, well, I want to do another flower. I don't know why. I just do. I just do want to do it. Let's see. Do I want a background page on first? I think I do. Of course, I could use the background page inside the square, which might be fun. What would happen if we did that? What would happen if we glued this down to our background just to do different things? You guys know me, I like variety. I'm going to put these little snowflakes up here where I won't catch them with my arm. Let's throw them on the floor. I'm going to put this on some like I said, Mary, I can come up with that stuff, but ask me what I had for lunch yesterday, I'm going to struggle. With these nonsense things, common name snowdrops. Thank you, Sarma. Snowdrops. Okay, I need a piece of paper. So what have I done with my book again? It's up here. Ooh, about one of these. I do like that. Of course, it's blue and purple. Why wouldn't I love that? I can still sing Mr. Ed. Mary, I won't sing it to you, but a horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you an answer that you'll endorse. He's always on a steady course. Talk to Mr. Ed. Yakety 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 yak, past the time of day. But Mr. Ed will never speak unless he has something to say. Oh, a horse is a horse, of course, but no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is a famous Mr. Ed. Why can I do that? I don't know. It's the stuff that ranges around free range brain. I have a free range brain. I've had a song wandering around in my head for days now that is a very old children's song. Stuck in my brain. These are the things I remember. Take my pills or make a phone call I'm supposed to make. These I don't remember. I like this together, guys. I liking this. Look at this, how this turned out by just putting that paper on the back of the frame itself and then framing that in the white. You know what I'm wishing I had is a decal cutter. Is it right over there, honey? I think it might be on the stand behind you. I'd like to cut this card to a decal. That would be nice to have a decal edge around it. This one over here where the candles and stuff are, I think. I'm not sure. That's where I saw it last. That's where I would have put it, or on that table next to it. Okay, got to figure out our words here. Well, I have a lot of choices of words. And, oh, that Noel could be pretty, though. If I brought this down. No. It's like a guillotine cutter.
Yeah, I don't see it over here at all.
Okay. Just make sure it's not on my desk, given the amount of stuff I have on my desk. Well, we'll just suffice with what we've got. Ooh, I like that. What if we put the word... Thank you, Karen. Have fun. Good day. What if we put the word blessings over here? Looks like that should be it. Yeah, it is. There we go. Finally got it loose in the background. Let's offset the card and put the word blessings up here in the corner. And this could be anything we wanted to. It could be a get well card. It could be a thinking of you. It could be anything. Put that blessings up there in the corner. It's okay, honey. I did without it. And if you found it now, it'd be too late. And now it's bugging you, though, huh? Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's put this down.
This one right behind you.
That one right behind me was the one. Well, we'll have it if we want it for a different card. I'm going to leave a little margin here. Might overlap the G and my blessings just a bit. That's okay. I'm going to use a couple of my snowflakes just because it seems like a good idea. Put a snowflake there behind, slightly above blessings. Let's put a little rhinestone in there. Oh, I'm liking this, guys. Really liking this. Do I want one below too? Or do I want to just, let me see how it looks. Oops. There's some remnants of that sticker still sticking to everything. The garbage. Do I want one down here too? It could be cool. What do you think? On or off? Another vote. Want the extra snowflake here? There's on. Here's off. On. or off? On. Irene likes it. Anybody else want to vote on this one? On helps take up the negative space. Okay. Thank you, Thelma. The ons have it. Okay, on it is. Whoops. Like that. Think one more on the side would be nice. You want a second blessings up here? With that, I mean, you want a second snowflake there? Let's see what that looks like. We can move that rhinestone down a bit. Or maybe we just put a snowflake under one or more of these rhinestones. Let's do that. Let's put another snowflake here or there. A little dot of glue there. Since I lifted this rhinestone, I think I'll put a little glue under it. Oops, I just said I was going to put glue under it, and I didn't. Berejaka, yes. We could sing that too, Mary. My mom used to sing me something that said, I love to swing on the garden gate, and when there's company to stay up late. I love high up in the trees to climb and eat sugar cookies 6 or 7 at a time. There's lots of things that I ought not to do, but I can't. Oh, but I can't do all that I want, can you? My mom used to sing me that. I like this idea of putting more snowflakes under, Sharma. That's still not the one. Play me, come out and play with me. Bring your dollies. Oh, now I can't. It's been going through my head constantly when I'm trying to sleep and other things, but I can't come up with all the words right now. Oh, jolly playmate, that's what it is. Oh, jolly playmate, come out and play with me. And bring your dollies 3. Climb up my apple tree. Holler down my rain barrel. Slide down my cellar door. And we'll be jolly friends forevermore. I don't know why, guys. I really don't know why. It's just the way my brain operates. That one's got to be really old, that song. Oh, Jolly Playmate? How long's it been since people used to say Playmate? You guys recognize any of those? My mom used to play the piano and sing, so she taught us to sing all these little kitty songs. I'll put one more stone and then I'm stopping. Okay. Did we do it, Sharma? Did we get what you wanted? What do you think, guys? I like it. I think it's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, that's 4. Let's do another one. I might have to go with, oh, I do have a silver frame left. I have one silver frame left. Let's see what we're going to want for some of these others, so I'm not using up something that makes me cut more. That would be definitely gold, I think. That might be more gold. I think this one wants silver. Yes, I do. I think it does. Let's do the birds. And I want... I just thought of something else we can do. Just thought of something else, another design tampering we can do. The fact that we get a square frame, what I'm trying to show here is the fact that we get a square frame does not mean that anything has to go on square. We can do what we want. Ooh, I like this with the brown snowflakes and the birds. That's kind of fun. Let's do that striped one. I'm using page 30 and 31. Maybe. I like this. Ooh, that's pretty too. I like that too. I want to do something with these stripes because sometimes the ones that have patterns seem to be more difficult to use, and it's fun to give you some samples with those. So this is what I'm thinking this time. I'm going to take this center frame and do it diagonally inside, and then put my birds on it. I'm liking that. Let's do that. Got it. So, got one more card here. One more 6x6. And we'll put this on. We'll just cut this off because we're going to cut it down anyway. This might be a good one to use our decal cutter on. Where did that go? Did you put it back?
Yeah.
Let's make a decal edge on this one. I don't know with certainty. We might still have a decal edge. I think we might have one or maybe even two decal edge cutters left in the store. It is a fun little device. You have to really hang on to it when you cut with this decal edge cutter because it gets some resistance to it. That one didn't cut all the way through on the bottom. Let's turn it the other way. It's cutting through at the top. That's good. Do the same thing here. As you're cutting, it tries to slide a little bit. So I'm going to cut 3 edges here, all the outside edges. Of course, it's not my intention to cut the fold side. Then I'd end up having mats instead of a card. I'm cutting it twice though, because as I get to the end of my cut, I'm doing a card length, so that's 2 layers of heavy paper at once. And it tries to slide a little bit, but now it looks beautiful. So what I was doing is just making sure it cuts really nicely all the way around by cutting it and then turning it over and cutting it again. So I get a nice, pretty edge on there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. No, I don't think I want to. I was going to say maybe I should cut this decal edge too, but I don't think I want to. Too much. Okay, I'm going to cut my paper, and instead of my normal 5 3/4, I think I'll do like 5 5/8, maybe something just a little less than 3/4, since I cut that decal edge off. In fact, I think I'm going to go for 5 1/2. Let's do 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. Because I cut my 6-inch card down just a little. Isn't that die gorgeous, Irene? When you consider that this die is included in your kit, as well as the book of papers, these have gotten substantially more expensive, as well as book of papers and 4 sheets of 3D, a little raised part in the center of my decal cutting. I'm going to slice off. I want it to be even at the front and at the back, and I'm going to take off a little bit more in the center. There we go. Just because it was sticking out a little further there, and with the straight edge against it, you could see it. There we go. That's much better. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it like that. Keep insisting on putting that basket right in the way, don't I? Okay. So I love the variety you can get when you have a die like this. I could also take the corners out of that die and then join the corners with some straight line stickers. I might have to do one more card. I actually have the gold corners we had already cut off. We might have to use those. We'll do one more after this one since we are still doing great for time. It's amazing what happens when you get all your prep work done on time. Okay, I'm going to use my sticky specs. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Irene. Okay, Yeah, this kit is already out there and available. I'm going to change the price for you, take an extra 10% off, and that's just for you guys. Anybody who wants this, who might watch later, can still get it until Wednesday. Wednesday, when I do What's New Wednesday, it's going back to regular price at $29.95. And that's a really good deal. You think about the fact that it has this, how many pages is this? 22 sheet paper pack. It's got this die with all of these beautiful layers. It's got foam squares and 4 sheets of die cut assemble pieces. Straight. It's pretty straight, I think. Okay. So it's a good price even at the regular price. But it's going to be a better price, because why not? I like to do that for you. Okay. This one I think I can actually glue down, since I have a wider border on it. You guys going to do anything fun with your weekend? I heard somebody's having a picnic or a barbecue. What else are people doing that's fun this weekend? I think we're going to try and see if we can get over, if they're home, go over and see George and Nina, the ones who took care of Dad. We still love them, and we like to go over and see them a time or two a month if we can. It's been a little while because of my surgery, so it will be nice to get out, have a little. I don't know, what do you think? I kind of like that off to the side. What do you guys think? You like it off to the side? Here's the side.
Yeah.
Bryce votes off to the side. Here's the center. We'd lose most of the internal die if we put it right in the center. I don't know, there's just something that's kind of quirky and nice about putting it off to the side.
Just lets that frame really shine, show off.
Any votes?
Did you already glue the frame?
Yeah, frame's already down. Might not get any votes on this one. I'm going to have a swig of meal while we redo some cards I put in my to-do box. Sounds fun.
I think you have a gold one in that same shape. I'm just curious, can you hold it up over it?
And I have a what? Gold?
Gold one in that
frame?
Same shape, the little frame. I think that's there in the corner.
This one?
No.
This one.
It's the one that's the same kind as you have there. No. There's one that's exactly the same.
Oh, yeah, this one I cut down.
I just want to see what gold would have looked like instead of silver.
Bryce wants to see what gold will look like. Like it off center. Yeah. Okay. Well, I could glue it over the top if we decide we want gold. Oops. Turn this around so you can see what he's asking. I could put it right over the top. I almost need to lift it up to show you, though. Bryce is wondering what happens if we combine the colors.
I think it brings out the colors in the birds more.
What do you guys think? You want the gold or the silver? We'll go to the side. Now we need to know whether we like the gold or the silver. You like the gold, added to it. Yay. Bryce is going, yay. Sarma says, no gold. Need more votes. Kind of have a tie here. Gold, no gold. There's the gold. There's without. Here's the gold. Need some votes, guys. Gold. Irene says gold. Okay, I think we're doing it. That's 3 gold and 1 silver. And I didn't vote because I like it both ways. But if that, it is an interesting change, and that's part of what I'm trying to demonstrate today, is that there are just so many ways that we can use these frames, and mixing the colors is one of those ways. So let's mix the colors. Put this on top of the silver one. Silver one's already down tight, so well, maybe. Got it. Okay. You could save this silver and use it for something else. Would kill me to put all the work of die cutting it and then just cover it up. Okay, the gold looks good. It does. I like this. This is a fun card. I better put the topper on the right side, though. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. This is another one. I'm not going to put a greeting on the outside because I can use it for anything winter related. It can be a birthday. It could even be a Goodwill card or thinking of you. But it could also be a Christmas card. So I'm just going to leave the greeting off of this one for now because it's just a really nice seasonal sort of thing. Like that. You want a gold snowflake in there with the birds too? You have a vote?
I'd say no.
You'd say no. Bryce says no snowflake. Anybody else want to vote? Do you want a gold snowflake in with the birds? So yes, no this time. Yes, it's in. No, it's out. No snowflakes. No snowflakes. Not needed. Okay. No. There it is. We're done then. Can you back up a little, please? That is beautiful, actually. Good hint, honey. Okay. I said we're going to make one more. How are we doing? It's 12:30. We got half an hour. I'm going to do one more card. It's got to be a gold one because I want to put these little corners on it that we cut off the other card. So I think we'll go back to our A6 cards. And I think I just used my last 6x6.
Good time to switch.
It's a really good time to switch when you run out of something. Okay, so it's going to be gold one. I have this little dude. Let's get the pieces out that match and see what we want to do. I also have these birds, which are quite cute. I still have a bunny, pheasant. Love the Arctic fox, but he really needs to be silver. Have a preference which one we do?
What's the one that's upside down in the corner?
Oh, I didn't even see it. A bridge with birds.
I like one of those two there.
One of these two here.
I like the warmer colors with the gold.
Okay. We've done a couple birds. Let's do the squirrel.
Squirrel
Okay.
in honor of Dad.
Yeah, a none or dead. We'll do a squirrel. I'm going to find a background paper that we're going to like with this brown. We do have this one. It doesn't really appeal to me, though.
No, too busy.
Doesn't have to have brown in it. That one's better, but still. It looks like it's light in that scene. We may just disregard the brown and go with some.
What's the black?
It actually looks pretty good.
Reminds me of raindrops.
And I could, if I wanted to. I could. I don't know why I couldn't. Let me say that. I don't know why I couldn't cut this frame and make this frame fit a
Right.
A6.
Try it.
So that would be interesting.
That's what I told Lauren to do with her
Oh, I just put the book away without taking the paper out, though.
Dexcom stickers. So they're all for her larger size.
Oh, so just cut them down.
I
Yeah.
said cut the middle out.
And you definitely like the polka dots, right?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's what I like.
All right. Using page 35. It's just so fun to be able to say that. Okay, I'm going to go out to the edge with this one. So I'm just going to face this card like we normally would. Put a piece of tape at my fold line. And a few extra pieces of tape across. Put one at my side of my card. Rub those down a little bit. Now I have to show you guys this roll of tape. Remember how I told you that if anything's defective, it comes to me? Margie brought me this roll of tape. In 20 plus years of doing this, I've never seen a roll of this size roll. I've had the skinny ones do this, but I've never seen one of this size roll of tape do that. So perfectly usable, it's just funny. I laughed when I saw it. Okay, let's take this blue polka dot paper and come right up to my folded edge. Lay it right on top of that exposed tape. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to cut it with my scissors. Fastest way to face a card. For those of you who are avid glue users instead of tape users, that's fine. You could glue that too. Do exactly the same thing. And voila, we have a faced card. Now, we just need to play with this a little bit and see if we even want to do that. I need to come in about, I think this is about an inch wide.
What if you just made it into a C? Then put your bird in the opening spot.
I could probably use some gold lines down the side. I don't know. You're stretching my comfort zone now. Bryce has cut this frame, cut one side off this frame. I was thinking more cutting it here and then collapsing it in and trying to match the patterns, but he says make a C. Yikes! Sammy's over there laughing because he's got me all stressed out about whether I can do this. Let's see. What if I do it the other way?
No, the opening needs to go where the card opens.
I know, but it feels like the poor squirrel's going to fall off the card.
Well, they do fall off things all the time.
Yes, they do. We've seen them do it, haven't we? And you want me to go clear the edge, huh? All right, let's give it a shot. Mary says make a C.
Okay.
All right, we're going to give it a shot, guys. You guys are managing to stretch my creativity here. Bryce is over there laughing. He's like, oh, yeah. All this time, and I finally got to make her nervous. You can see why I love him, can't you? He makes me laugh. I love him. Oh, you know what we're not doing, though? We're making a gold one, so we'd use these corners, but we didn't use these corners. That's all right. We'll keep them using for something else. We've done a card with corners so people can see what we would do. Okay. I want to give this roughly the same amount of space all the way around. You can really tell with the dot pattern whether or not you're straight, so it does. And all those endorphins flowing. Okay. Getting my frame off at the edge. Just out of curiosity. See, we still could. We could have brought this in. Not saying we have to, we could have. But we're going with the C. Oh, good, Mary. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go right to the edge with the squirrel then. Glue him down sturdy so he can't fall out of that C. Our connection's been better in the last few videos, hasn't it? I think Xfinity might be nervous because all the other cable companies have been patrolling the neighborhood. Suddenly our connection gets better. Okay. Here's our C with the squirrel. What else do we need? Anything?
Tell us to just use the extra piece inside.
That's a thought. All right. I cut this off even, which assumes that I could do that, but I've always been braver than I have been smart. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now, I'm thinking I want to do something, but I'm not sure what. Maybe just a happy Christmas or something on here. Let me see if I have anything that small. I have a Merry Christmas. This might be one of the ones that might be better off left alone, too. I don't know. Christmas down there. Actually, I like it. Mary up here. There we go. All right, let's take a look at what we've done. We got a nice collection of cards for the time we've been at it. I gotta say, set my box of cards to view there. I hope. We'll look Okay, so we have the one we just did. There's our C. Squirrel with a C. Curl? I don't know. Here's our birds. Mixing the two colors. I like that. Setting the birds off center. And decollaging our card. I like this one a lot. I love this one. I'm actually quite pleased with this one. Just different, fun. Love that. Those snowflakes and that beautiful flower. These frames are so pretty, guys. They're even prettier in person. Nap time is calling. See you next week. Okie dokie. Here's one when we put the square on and an angle. I love that. And then let the pieces of the corner just fade into the outside mirror board. I love that. I think that's beautiful. Here's our Christmas rose. An example of using those corners in the smaller frame. Love that too. And here's our owls. Our owl, our first card. I love him too. Set off to the side a little bit. He also is on a decollage card. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 6 cards in a little over an hour and a half. That's amazing. But it helps that you have all of the prep work done. Let's see if this is my box of cards I'm supposed to show. No. These actually aren't handmade. Let's see. I think I have to maybe do that next time because I'm not sure which ones have been shown and have not been shown yet. These are Christmas. I still have some birthday and stuff to go. And I think we showed this one, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we showed this one before. So it is beautiful though. Take a look at that. Mary says the silver and gold card is her favorite. Isn't that pretty? This is from Alice. Beautiful. So I think I'm going to hold off showing all until I find the box that's got all of the get well and birthday and stuff. I wasn't quite done going through that. Anyway, yes, that was Alice's. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that's it. I think we have a nice accumulation. As soon as I walk in the house, I'm going to mark this kit down to, they say $26.95, and it will stay at that price until I do What's New Wednesday. When I do What's New Wednesday, it's going to the $29.95 because it's a perfectly reasonable price for this kit. In fact, it doesn't reflect our current market circumstances at all. It's a great price. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that down just for you because I love you. And we got to take care of each other. And we will be back on Wednesday with What's New Wednesday. It's going to be great fun. I will look forward to seeing you all there. In the meantime, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Makes me happy. And be sure that you leave a comment by hitting the refresh button as soon as we go off the air. Leave a little comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what was your favorite card. What technique did you like the most, or anything else you want to tell me. And if you're new to our channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss any of the good stuff we're up to. Love you. See you later. Good night, Gracie.